Hello everyone and welcome back to DHS for another amazing guide. Today we are doing our Bastion of Lok guide while playing the new class, the Valkyrie. So for first time players, you will want to make sure you have all the proper crystals. When you get in here, the crystal vendor will be to your left and pretty much all the lower set dungeons will all have a crystals vendor. So always make sure you have the latest. Remember at this point in the game, odds are you won't have the gear that will allow you to fully crystal your gear at 4 slots, but get them anyways, this way you have them. For Valkyries, and well, most DPS, you will want the following crystals. For weapons, you'll want Focus, which increases crit power against enraged monsters by X%. Bitter, which increases crit power against monsters by X when attacking behind. And Savage, which increases crit power by X when attacking from behind. And of course, Pound, which increases damage to all monsters by X%. As you can tell, two of them are for attacking from behind, because that's where you'll spend most of your time. The focus is useful on bosses since they enrage often, and the pounding is pure damage against all monsters. And for your chest, you'll want Hardy, which induces damage from monsters by X%, and that's simple enough. Who doesn't want more defense? Am I right? So with all that out of the way, let's get into this. Now, the Bastion of Lok has a quest line that begins around level 14 in the Oblivion Woods. So if you want the full experience, you should definitely do that. However, to be fully honest, if you are looking to just level as fast as you can, running just dungeons is kind of the way to go. Questing is nice to see the world and best for probably new players, but after that, just ditch the quest and just run these as you will level way faster. I went from level 20 to 26 in just 2 runs in this dungeon and I'm already going to the next dungeon. But that's fully up to you and how you want to play. Okay, so let's get into the thick of it. Trash encounters are pretty much simple and easy. Most of them come in pairs of 2 and some may have a couple minions with them, none of which are that difficult to kill. Strategy of the trash mobs is pretty simple. It's kill patrols first and then you go after the mobs. For the most part, when you are killing mobs in all the lower dungeons, you will find that most groups found in matchmaking will just kind of kill everything without any real teamwork. Because the dungeons are so easy, so just keep up with the flow and stick with the tank or healer, and you would be just fine. As you can see, this party does not have a tank, but that's because just about everyone is playing a new class. So finding an even party can be hard at this moment. Now after you get past them, you must kill your first boss to open the door to the new dungeon area. The first boss is known as Soul Crusher. Soul Crusher has 2 phases. First, you will deal Tetra and Nask. Hopefully, I'm not butchering that. She's a Davis, and she moves around a lot. She's very mobile. But after then, uh, she's pretty easy to kill. She's very basic. She's pretty much just a tank and spam. As far as Tetra's attacks, she just has a standard. She just uses a weapon. It's just a normal, regular attack. There's really nothing to her. As far as her defense, she's mildly defended for the level. She teleports backwards to escape from players' attacks as well. She has no real weaknesses, and if you got the quest, you'll obviously complete the quest when you defeat her. Now, once you defeat Tetra, the Skull Crusher will spawn into the middle of the room. He is a huge stone golem, which will make the battle look really cool for the dungeon, your very first dungeon experience. And basically, we'll get down into his 3 basic attacks. His first attack is his normal attack. It's a slow attack that does medium damage and can be blocked and dodged pretty easily, as it can be clearly seen when he's going to perform it. His AoE, which is what he's about to do now, this attack deals moderate damage. Sometimes he can jump in random spots, or he can aggro a group member who is away from the rest of the group. If the attack hits you, it will apply a knockdown effect on you as well as anyone else within the vicinity. So make sure to avoid it by either staying close to the tank or by readying to move out of the way once you see him jump. Now I'm going to speed up here to get to his last move so you can see it, but as you can see, you'll see him do his AoE attack multiple times in this scenario while he jumps back and forth. He does move around a lot, so keep that in mind. Then for his last move, he has a flame attack. This attack also deals moderate damage, but as all his moves, it's easily blocked or dodged. Before the attack hits, a red animated circle appears on the ground, so you have about 2 to 5 seconds to move out of the circle before the fireball hits the spot. I am of course going to fast forward some more to the end of the fight, because due to not having a tank, this fight actually took a little while, so we're going to fast forward. And now to the final boss, Bloodbound Valkyrie. This encounter can be very interesting if you have not prepared for it or have never been here before, and since the patch, he takes much longer to kill than he used to. There is a catch to this encounter before he even starts. If you do not clear all the side rooms, all the mobs will rush into the room during the battle. However, not many people clear these rooms anymore, even still now since the boss is much harder. So if you can't down the boss and you have not cleared the side rooms, you should. This situation can wipe your party if you are not high enough level to take them all. As before, this battle has two parts. First is Bloodbound Valkyrie. Then, when he is finally at 10% health, a mystic will spawn Morderank, which I'm sure I butchered that name. But let's discuss Bloodbound first. He moves around a lot, so don't be fooled as he moves back and forth repeatedly. And he has 3 attacks, so we'll get into those attacks. Now his first attack is his medium attack. It's a slow attack which does medium damage. It can be blocked and dodged. His second attack is a cleave attack. It does low damage but has a chance to knock down his opponents and has a 180-degree angle to the attack. And his last attack is a jump attack. Does moderate damage and it knocks down if it hits. This attack has an animation of about 5 seconds before it activates, so you do have some time to block or dodge it. Randomly, Bloodbound will start walking across the room and then preparing to jump at the start point where he started at, much like you're seeing him do now. Now, as I said, at 10% the next boss spawns. He will start casting debuffs to everyone, so the tank needs to aggro fast and the DPS needs to kill him ASAP. If your group is a high level, you can finish him off after Bloodhound, as we did, and deal with Mardernak later. But if your group isn't so strong, it's recommended that you switch to him as your primary target. Now, besides his debuffs, there isn't really much about him. He's not really that strong. He just has a basic little attack. You can just pretty much tank and spank him all the way down, and then that's it. Dungeon's over. And that's it. That's Bastion of Lok broken down. I hope you found this helpful. I am Amont, and if you enjoyed this video, please show us support by liking and subscribing to the channel, and even leave a nice little comment below. Watch out for many more dungeon videos to come soon. Thank you, and have a good night.